line geometry and angles. Just kind of a review. Two things. We're going to do a basic things first, supplementary angles and complementary angles. And I've drawn two diagrams for you here. One is the supplementary angles. That means all angles on a line. So this is the entire straight line angle right there. That's 180 degrees. And I partition it to angle A, angle B, angle C, which is right there. And of course, you look at the complementary angles, and that is a L shape angle in total, which is 90 degrees, and partition it to angle A, angle B. When you add them, that becomes 90 degrees. Now let's do a few examples. I'm going to start with very easy, and then I'm going to challenge you, and then there will be another line geometry, crossing lines, intersecting lines. We're going to deal with that, vertically opposite angles, and then we're going to do more examples on that. All right, let's start with the example 1. So we have this straight line has two angles. One angle is 65 degrees. Find the other angle, and the other angle that we want to find is right here. Okay, and based on the angles on the line, there are supplementary 180 degrees. How would you find the other angle? Well, in this case, 180 degrees, subtract away 65 degrees, and that will get you 115 degrees. That is the second angle, which is right here, 115 degrees. Okay, simple as that. Supplementary, then it says a straight line. That's what is the clue is, and you're going to use that to come up with the answer. All right, let's look at another question. So this question is a bit harder now. Two supplementary angles are in the ratio of 2 to 7, and we want to find both angles. Now, nothing else is given to you except this ratio. So if one angle is x and the angle is y, we just call them x and y, a and b, doesn't really matter. The ratio of one angle to another angle is 2 to 7. All right, what does that mean? Let's write it up. So first thing is, the first part that you have to remember is that when you add them, they're supplementary angles. You should get 180 degrees because angles on a line equal to 180 degrees. But the second piece of information that is important is this ratio. It's telling you that the total 180 degrees that you have on a line is being partitioned by 2 plus 7 parts, which is 9 equal parts. And out of those 9 parts, 2 of them, that is specific part. So the first one is 2 to 7. That means 2 of these 9 parts belongs to first angle. Okay, so let's call these parts A. Okay, each part of these ones, let's call this A. So there's 9A in total, so you can get 180 degrees. So each part A is 20 degrees, right? But according to the ratio, the first angle is 2 times A. That means 2 of the part. So X, because it's acute, let's call that's 2 times 20 degrees. So that would be 40 degrees. And Y is 7 times to 20 degrees. That's 140 degrees. Now, you add them, you get 180. Now, the other thing you can do, you test this. Is 40 degrees divided by 140 degrees, is that equal to 2 over 7 in terms of ratio? Sure, it is. Okay, that's how you do it. That's one of the ways to do it. This is the simplest way to do it. There's another way of doing it, which is system of equations and set up the equations. You can do that as well, but I think that this is more intuitive and more logical to do this, easier. Okay, so that's what you would do. Here is another example, and this one is angle A and angle B. We got two angles here, so let's call this, and again, I am just writing it because I still don't know which is which, acute or one is smaller than the other. This is not drawn to scale, but two angles, we have angle A is equal to 3x minus 5, and that's a degrees in total, right? And then angle B is 2x plus 10 degrees. And the diagram that you see, the reason is because it's complementary. Two angles you add up. So angle A plus angle B, you add up, you should get 90 degrees. Okay, now the question is find the two angles, but remember that the way you see these angles are written in terms of variable x. So what should we do? Well, it doesn't really matter. We just have to add them. So let's add them, set it equal to 90 degrees. So simply we start with 3x minus 5. I want to remove the angle sign right now, plus, and then you do 2x plus 10. That has to equal to 90 degrees. So angle A plus angle B must equal to 90 degrees. And when you do this, simply just have to add and collect like terms, 2 and 3, because it's addition in the middle. So 3 plus 2, that's 5x. And then negative 5 plus 10, that is plus 5. Set that equal to 90. And then collect like terms, 5x equals to 85. All right. And then once you do this, x equals to, divide both sides by 5, and you will get 17. So x is 17. Now we're going to go ahead and now find what angle A and angle B is by replacing x with 17 and solve. So angle A is 3 times 17 minus 5. So in here we have 51 minus 5, that is 46 degrees. All right, and then for angle B, we just going to rewrite again, and we get 44 degrees. Now you check, are these two, you add them, equals to 90? Yes, they do. That's the check that you do. Excellent. Let's look at vertically opposite angles and the relationship between the two. We got two lines, intersecting lines, L1 and L2, where intersect. They create 4 angles and they pair up. So angle A and B, they are equal to each other. Angle C and D, they are equal to each other. So we can write them all up. So A is equal to B, and in this case, angle C is equal to angle D. I'm removing the angle signs, but you can actually leave them in there if you want to, just for simplicity. All right, now let's do an example here. Two lines intersect, one angle is 48 degrees. Let's find every other angle there is. First of all, the angle that is opposite, so angle A and B, they are also called vertically opposite angles, vertically opposite. And same thing for angle C and D. Okay, they are vertically opposite, and that's what we call them here. That's vertically opposite, right? So 48 degrees, well, this angle right here has to be 48 degrees. Now, what is this angle there? We know what that angle is because the total angle on a line, that is 180 degrees. You have to look at it sideways. So basically that is 180 minus 48 degrees, and that is 132 degrees. Okay, as simple as that. All right, now once we get this 132 degrees, which is right here, then the opposite has to be, this one also has to be 132 degrees. All right, and simple as that. You just do that, and then you double check. Is 48 plus 132 will give you 180? Sure it does, and then sure it does. And that's how you do this question. And this example is basically same thing. We are having two intersecting lines, L1 and L2, and we want to solve for the values of each of the angles, but in this case again is given to us in terms of variable. So let's go ahead and set it equal to each other and then solve. They are vertically opposite angles. 3x plus 13 must equal to 5x minus 7. All right, let's solve for the x. So subtract, you bring in all the values of the x values on one side and numbers to the other side. And that's what we're doing. Okay, when we do this, we'll get on the left hand side, we get 20 equals to 2x, because everything else they subtract and becomes 0. And your answer will be x equals to divided by 2 in terms of algebra if you want to, and that is x equal to 10. Once we get this one, we're just going to take this, plug it back into each of these angles, 3x plus 13. So the first one, 3 times 10 plus 13. So that's 30 plus 13, that's 43 degrees. That's the first angle. And if the second angle, by the way, the second angle must be 43 degrees. Now, but let's check if it is. 5 times 10 minus 7, is that equal to 43 degrees? Yes, it is. So perfect. We did a good job. All right. Check out the next video in the series and come back for more.